So I was asked by a local activist group to uh, to speak at a town hall, and supposedly my congressman Juan Ciscomani was supposed to be there. We had to instead forward my remarks to him, but this is what I had to say at that town hall. Um, I'm here to call upon you, our elected representative, to get off your butt, show some courage, and show some interest in the well being of the human lives of those you represent before the Congress. You were selected to go before Congress on our behalf for the sole purpose of advancing the interests of your constituents, and I've seen nothing from you and your peers but sycophantic bootlicking of a president who is utterly out of control, pulling levers and throwing switches like a coked out chimpanzee having a seizure in the cockpit of a fighter jet. Despite your assertions otherwise, you're sitting here making excuses for and enabling what is clearly incompetence, clearly corruption, clearly an unfit man with advanced dementia, substance abuse problems, and a legal record to make a mafia don blush, not to mention a cowardly, mean streak a mile wide. In your collaboration, you let this man make a mockery of our country the world over. I served this country in the Iraq War, deploying twice to Baghdad to hunt terrorists who were drawn to the rotting corpse of the Ba'ath regime, and more, your party and the people you enable and glorify are reminding me of the rabid, bloody-minded bastards that I once sought to bring to justice. Before Trump, I was a Republican. I voted for Bush because I thought that the Republican Party believed in something. I now see through that charade of piety and faux patriotism and the public declarations of values. And by seeing your actions instead of listening to your words, I see that you and your peers are standing for nothing but ignorance glorified, cruelty uplifted, fraud beatified, and a seething contempt for humanity, justice, and law. You sit by idly refusing to do your duty while this addle-pated flesh sack in a poorly tailored suit is all but being worn like Kermit the Frog by his cabinet of sociopathic white nationalists so they can use the office of the presidency to attempt to foment a eugenic race war to purge black, Asian, and Hispanic people from this country. Make no mistake, sir, those people hate you too, and when the working class are purged, you will be next. The nonfeasance of you and your peers in Congress approaches criminal negligence in your failure to lead, failure to act, and failure to provide oversight. The malfeasance of you and your peers in Congress in your collaboration with this rogue regime and your aiding and abetting of their crimes against humanity and their cruelty, lawlessness, and looting will have its moment of karma in this life or the next. The reckless abandon and perfidy with which you are pushing the pillow onto the faces of millions of Americans by supporting that abomination of a budget bill has a name: democide, social murder. It is an act of violence, an act of war, an act of treason. Despite your promises otherwise, you are allowing these vandals to sack our country and carry out a campaign of violence and pillage against the peaceful, hardworking people in this country. There will be a body count to reckon for your Malthusian indifference. Have you no shame, sir? Is there no decency left in you? Or are the working people of your district simply beneath your tax bracket and thus beneath also your contempt? The people cannot afford bread, sir. Recommend cake at your own peril. Y'all have a good day.